Hey everyone, this is Cindy, Ukraine the Heart, and I am back with a bunch of projects. So I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the next couple weeks. I've been off on spring break, so when this gets played, I don't know. I'll probably be back at work. But I had the plan to work through my haul items and actually use them. And so I actually did that. I actually did do that. It's funny how you don't get as far as you think you're going to get, even with all this time. I still had tons of stuff that I did this week. Nothing super fun, but like getting brakes on my car, I had to go to the doctor. And so, time just, I got my nails done. But time just goes by so quickly. But the first thing I want to share with you guys, and this is, when I say first, I mean it's like the first projects I'm probably going to share, maybe, that I made during this time that I was off, is using the Greetery. And I have a bunch of Greetery products, and I just have not used any of them. So I'm going to need to go through and find all my other Greetery items and use them. But I'm starting with the items that I had gotten on clearance a few months ago. And so this product is their destination product line. And so it is stamps and dies and stencils that all work together. So the two stamp sets that I have I now have the dies that go with this, Destination Summer, and then this one I just think it's called Destination. So Destination, and then it's got this little stamping guide because it's like two-step stamping, like you would stamp this one stamp, which is like the leaves, and then the second stamp, which is the flowers, and then in some cases there's a third stamp. This one is just the car, and then the wheels are separate. So it gives you like a little cheat sheet so you can kind of know how they work. And they're labeled A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, so that you know that they work together. So that's kind of cool. And so I got both those. And then I really can see myself using the stencils. I think the stencils would be really amazing for summer cards and spring cards when you just want to kind of stencil. I only did one card where I used the stencil, but it is pretty magical. So, and then I also have the dies that actually work with the stencil. So there's that as well. But I really liked it. So I think maybe I used the stencil twice. I think I used it twice, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's get into it. So the cards I'm going to share first are going to be from the summer. And so I did 2 summer cards. So what I had done was I had used the die and I wanted different colors. So I used 3, 4 different colors, I think. And so I ran it through 4 times, and that way I can make 4 cards, but I only ended up making 3 because I got tired. So I did 3. And I kind of used the die also to help me lay it out. So I put the die down, or this, I think I used the stencil actually. I put the stencil down, and then I was able to sort of glue down the pieces so that they all ended up looking very uniform. So this one I stamped the Happy Summertime. I laid out my pieces. There is a stamp in there that makes these waves and makes the birds. So I stamped those. And then I just stamped, I think that's really cute. And then here's this one, is Sunny Days Are on the Way. And I did a similar thing, just using the stamps and dies from the summer stamp set. Okay. And then for the regular destination one, I did a couple of different things. So the first is, of course, I used leftover pieces from the die cutting of this die on here. And this one says, "You are here," with a little arrow pointing to the heart. And I just stamped all these pieces. And actually, these are sort of a case from what I saw online to kind of help me. This was to help me figure out how the stamp set works, because there's so many pieces and so many pieces. So trying to figure out how it all works was really necessary. But here is this one right here. And so it's just stamping and die cutting a bunch of elements from that stamp set and kind of just putting it together. This one, I actually inked up. I used a pistachio ink from the Distress line, the Distress Oxide line from Tim Holtz. And I just inked a piece of paper and I used the die to cut it. And then I used the stencil to help me piece it together. And then same thing, I had stamped and die cut a bunch of pieces, which I then just placed on here. On the bottom it says, let's go on an adventure, if only in our dreams. So there you go. I think this would make really good retirement cards. And then this is the one that I actually did use the stencil, but I could see how using the stencil would be super cool. Like you could do a beach scene and the stencil will really help you get that feeling, or a camping scene. I think this would be really great, you know, with browns and greens and camping, and then putting like in little camping images to be really cute. But same thing, I stamped and die cut pieces. I just stamped the Miss You over the stenciled image, and I really love how that one came out. And so I don't know if these were items that were going to be retired, and that's why they were on clearance, but I bought them as a clearance item. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy, Create the Heart.